All right, so today for part 2 of our leash skills, I have my oldest dog Mufasa here, and he has horrible reactions to if I put a prong on him or if I try to give him a leash pop or anything like that when he's on leash, but he also pulls incredibly hard. So one of the things that I started with him was I started giving him another picture to look at. So instead of just adding something and then, or even just me clipping on his leash and then we go for a walk where he's practiced pulling on this collar, I give him a new picture. So what I'm using for this is just another standard buckle collar, and I'm using this as my new picture. So I want to, you can use this with so many things. You can use this with a harness, which I did start to use with Mufasa, but he was not taking to it very well. He would immediately shut down and freeze whenever the harness was on him, no matter how slow I took it for him. So that's why I'm using another collar for him. With your dog, you could do this exact same thing with a harness or maybe a different leash, or you could use this in so many different ways. Just find one that works for you and your dog. So very similar to what we're doing yesterday, or what we did yesterday, is I want him to think me putting this collar on is a great thing to do. So literally just like yesterday, I'm going to put the collar on, yes, and treat. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take the collar off, yes, and treat. So there's nothing negative is happening with this collar. So there is very little chance that Mufasa is going to think that this collar is a bad deal. Yes. Yes. And again, I'm doing this in very close proximity to me, strengthening the desire for Mufasa to stay close to me once again. So I've only done this a couple of times, and he's only been utilizing this second collar for a couple of days and not even on full walks yet. But you can see he very much so wants me to put this collar on. He even placed his head around the collar so that I could very easily just snap it onto him. It's a good deal to have this collar on. Good. So I'm gonna do it one more time, and then I'm gonna bring in a leash. Yes, good boy. So I'm gonna take the collar off. Now I will, if you ask me the best leash that you could get for your dog, I will forever tell you that a double-ended leash is exactly what you need. So it's literally a leash, and it has two little eyelet things. So along this leash, there are different D-rings. So there's one right here, halfway. There's one a little bit further down, and then there's one at the end. So this basically means you can create different lengths of the leash. So at the smallest point, it's a 4 foot. And then I could be completely getting these measurements wrong, so someone correct me if I am wrong. But then this one is about a 6 foot. And then I wanna say this is about a 10 foot, maybe not 10 foot, but you can either lengthen or shorten the leash, whatever you want. And then also with our newfound collar, this is how you walk. Good. Now I can put it on Mufasa, and then with both clips, I can clip one hook onto each collar. So I just have a standard 4 foot leash here, but now I have 2 points of contact with my dog. I don't know how well you can see, but this is also incredibly, I don't know what the right word is. It's a safety feature for me. So if Mufasa were to slip out of one of these collars, I still have him by the other collar. If he were to, like, if one of these were to just pop off, I still have him attached by another one just for safety. So it kind of helps ease your own nerves a little bit, especially if you're a nervous walker like I am. So this is something that I would highly, highly recommend for a leash. I have one for all of my dogs, and I would never get anything else. You could even, I have done this before. I don't know how much I recommend it, but I've even like attached one end to one dog and then the other end to another dog, and I just held on to the middle, and that was an awesome way for me to not have to juggle 3 different leashes on one walk. So just very quickly, again, let me get these leashes out of here. With the collar, you don't even need to be using a leash at this point at all either. So snap on, yes, treat. Snap off, yes, treat. And again, I'm doing this in my basement, in a place where my dog is very comfortable. I mean, heck, I could do this with, I could do this while I'm sitting on the couch watching TV. And I could only do this for maybe 3 minutes maximum. I know this video has been going on longer for 3 minutes, but I've probably done even less than 3 minutes of training with Mufasa, and that is a training session that I have done today, and this whole video has taken less than 10 minutes. So get practicing, find something new for dogs who are already notorious pullers so that they can tell the difference between when I can pull versus when I should not pull.